Hello, this is StyleCon coming at you today from the tobacco company in Lemoyne, Pennsylvania with another video. Today's topic of discussion will be what's the magic number you should have in your wristwatch collection. Let's get into it. You know, people in my cigar club, they know I collect wristwatches, and sometimes they'll ask me, Keith, what's that perfect number of watches? And that's one of those things that's hard to answer. The only thing I don't like is, I know guys that have 20, 30 watches. They don't wear them. I actually have a real good friend. He's a developer in the area. Real nice guy. He owns a ton of watches. I'd say he probably has about maybe 30, 40 in his collection. He wears his two-tone Rolex Submariner every day. He doesn't wear any of the rest of the watches. I think that's a disservice to the watches. And the reason why I say this, and I make a lot of car references, but watches are like cars. They need to be worn, and the car needs to be driven. If you don't drive your car, you put it in the garage for a year or 2 years, the gas will go bad. The hoses can rot out. They need to be driven. You don't have to drive it every day, but they do need to be driven. Same thing with the watches. Oils can go bad inside of it. They need to be worn. So if you're that type of collector, this isn't the video for you, because to be quite honest, I don't like that type of collector. Nothing wrong with it. If you have the money and you can afford it and you want to go ahead and do that, none of my business. Once again, I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to spend your money. If that's what you want to do, perfect. But I'm the type of guy that likes to wear every watch I have. And if I find out that I'm not wearing a particular watch, I'll get rid of it. You know, that's just the way I am, because to me, that's a true collector. Somebody that appreciates what they have and they use it. And on that note, to me, depending upon what you do, because I'll ask some of the guys in the cigar club, you know, what do you do? There's about 65 of us, 70 of us. I don't know everyone. You know, and my advice will be depending upon what they tell me. If you're a businessman, you know, you wear a suit and tie every day, I would say 4 watches would be a minimum. I mean, you can get as many as you want, but I would say 4 is the minimum. And some of these watches you can replace with less expensive watches if you wanted to do that. And I'll give you the 4 main ones. I would say, I'm not a big Rolex fan, but I would get a Rolex Datejust in white. So if you're wearing a brown suit, a tan suit, a gray suit, blue suit, black suit, that can cover all that. Then say when you get off of work, you're dressed like I am, you got a little button-down shirt, you got a pair of khakis on or something like that, you know, a nice pair of loafers on, I would go with the JLC Reverso, and that'll cover your casual. And then say, you know, you want to wear a pair of jeans, a pair of sneakers, a t-shirt, a little polo shirt, I would go with a Cartier Dive 300. So now you have all 3 of those covered. So no matter what you wear, your watches can take care of you. But there's one last watch, and I wish people wouldn't forget this, and that's the beater watch. Now, I don't believe in mechanical watches for beaters. I believe in quartz movements. So I would recommend, like me, I have a Nike watch that I did a review on, or if you want to get a G-Shock or something like that. So if you're going out, you're going to go shoot some basketball, or you're going to go play some tennis, I'm not going to wear my nice luxury watches to do those type of activities. You know, if you want to go, if you do work on your house, you're going to go work on the roof, you got some furnace issues, you know, you're going to do some gardening, you break out the G-Shock to take care of all that. But now, I would say if you're a plumber, or, you know, like an auto mechanic, respectable fields to go in. You know, you can make a lot of money doing both of those types of work. But I would probably have about 3 watches then, depending upon how you dress. And I would say my main everyday watch, if I was a plumber or if I was an auto mechanic, would be a G-Shock. God forbid, you know, you're doing some plumbing at somebody's house, you scratch up your nice watch. The G-Shock would be the everyday watch that I would wear to work. But now once I get off of work and I get out of my clothes and I want to dress casual again, I would go with the JLC, you know, so I can dress it up real nice. And then I would still go with that Cartier Dive 300 if it's your weekend and you want to kick back and relax. You got your jeans on, your t-shirt on, your sneakers, you have something like that. So I would say there's no magic number to any of this. You get what you like. Best way I could put it. But if you want to just go with a minimum amount of watches, this is what I would recommend. The 4 for the businessman, 3 for the blue collar worker, and that should cover everything. And once again, you get as many as you want. If you want 2 Casio watches, you want 2 Rolexes, 3 Rolexes, that's fine with me. Once again, I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to spend your money. But for me personally, if I was going to recommend anything to anyone, they would be my recommendations, the 4 and the 3. And if you're that type of collector that has 30 watches, 40 watches, 50 watches, there's nothing wrong with that. The only problem I have is if you don't wear them, you're not doing the watches any justice. So me personally, if I had that many watches and I didn't give any of them or very few of them wrist time, me personally, I would sell them off. Once again, it's a StyleCon. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I do plan on making a lot more content in the near future, so if you'd like, please subscribe. And as usual, I'll see you in the next video.